Hi, this is Sally Andrews from Naked.Recovery, and in this short video I'm going to give you my 3 favourite tips for how to manage those awful feelings that we can have of loneliness and isolation following a breakup or a divorce. So first of all, it's inevitable that you're going to feel a sense of isolation because of course you've had that person there, constant companion in whatever way, shape or form, and the removal of that of course leaves this kind of void. So it's really important that we fill that void in a meaningful way with the best support that we possibly can and learn to get ourselves back out into the world in healthy ways. And I say healthy ways because I'm going to put a disclaimer in at the beginning of this video, which is just keep one eye out that you don't overdo it. It's also really important that you learn to spend time with yourself and that you actually allow yourself to feel the feelings of being by yourself. And that said, let's get you out there back into the world because connection, we're social animals. Connection with other human beings is really important to us for our thriving and coming out of survival. So number 1, rebuild your existing social connections. That's with your existing friends, networks and families. Just reach out. Let them know you've separated, you've split up, you would like to connect with people. It can be through video call if they're on the other side of the world, or you arrange to go and meet people for a coffee and just spend a couple of times a week making sure you get that connection, whatever way possible, with the people who love you and who you already know are going to support you through this journey. Join a club or a group, any kind of club or group. Just get out in your local territory, find something, anything, treat it as an experiment. It doesn't have to be that you want to be the best kite surfer in the world, but that happens to be a group going on and you've always been curious, or there's a ceramics or pottery class. Just do it as an experiment, the whole purpose of it being that you've gotten out of the house and you've connected with other people in your local neighbourhood. And another great way to get out into that local community is through volunteering. I know that when I went through a separation and then divorce from my ex-husband, I started dog walking for the local dog shelter. And not only was that wonderful because I love furry friends, it got me out in nature and it allowed me to meet other local people who loved dogs as well. So it had a double bonus for me there, double win. Another way is to engage in activities, any activities that promote and encourage interaction with other people. So find out what events are going on in your local community. There might be a book fair or a festival coming up, or some workshops, or perhaps a public speaking event one evening, or an open mic night at the local pub. Just encourage yourself to get out and go to those events. And again, it doesn't have to be your favorite activity on the planet. The purpose of this is that you are starting to flex a new muscle, get out in the world and form just connections with local people. There's also the non-local community aspect that you can engage in. So online communities. What are your hobbies and interests and things that you've been passionate about? Perhaps you had some dreams that you've stacked away and put away whilst you've been in this relationship. Go and find online communities that are passionate about those things. Sign up for webinars, sign up for workshops, and go and meet people that way. Keep that brain active, and that will really help with those feelings of isolation. When we spend too much time just sitting with ourselves, we can really slump into a bit of a hole. And then thirdly, focus on your personal growth and self-development. So I like to call this positive brainwashing. Sign up to it, watch as many videos as you can that are about healing. Watch as many videos and join webinars as you possibly can that are about positive mindset. Learn a new skill in that domain, but really pay attention to where your energy is going. If you found yourself going down the rabbit hole of learning all about narcissism, you're going to end up feeling icky after a while. It's good to be educated on those topics. I do encourage some education. Just watch out how much energy you're putting where and dedicate some of that energy to positive brainwashing. And then also set yourself a healing goal. What does it look like for you 6 months from now when you're healed? and you are no longer feeling isolated and lonely, and you are feeling connected and part of a community. Write that down. Write it down in the present tense as though it's already happening, and write it down in a multisensory way. What are you seeing, hearing, touching, smelling? What are the feelings that evokes inside of you? What's happening in this beautiful moment in time? And then also write yourself a longer term goal. What does life look like 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now? And really set your mind to those longer term goals. And again, focus on activities today that are going to set you in the right direction to hit those goals later, which will again take you out of being in your head too much, which just exacerbates that feeling of loneliness and feeling isolated. I hope that video was helpful. And if you'd like to engage with myself or one of our coaches and find out more about how we can guide you through the healing process, then please drop us a line.